guys, Mark Hamilton here, aka the Rainmaker. I want to take this time out to do this video to share with you guys a new business that I just recently got involved with. Now the name of the business is DS Domination. Now the DS stands for drop shipping, and domination is of course dominating the market. Now what the organization is about is empowering individuals like myself and you to become drop shippers, or in other words, online retailers. Now the nice thing about being an online retailer is you don't have to worry about having a building. You don't have to worry about having inventory. You don't have to worry about paying rent to house that inventory, so there is no cost of goods. Because what happens is, if you set up your organization correctly and you learn the system, which is fairly simple, you buy product when you get paid from someone that's going to buy it from you. Now let me repeat that. You only buy the product after someone has paid you for the goods that they want. There's no holding of anything and you get paid right away. What an idea. Now you may have heard of companies like Amazon.com or Overstock.com, maybe even Walmart, Best Buy. These are organizations that we work with. And we work through eBay. And yes, that's correct. We work through eBay. So essentially, to make it very, very simple, a 30,000 view of how it works is you put a bid on eBay. Let's say you're selling a knife set for $150. Someone buys it for $150. You find it out there on the internet, either in one of those organizations, Amazon, Overstock, Best Buy, what have you, for less than what you sold it for, and hence you make a profit. It's that simple. Now it seems too simple, but it's really that simple. Now what DS Domination does, it teaches you how to do it properly. And really all it is if you know how to cut and paste, you can do this. You can teach a 10-year-old how to do this business. It's that simple. Guys, let me give you an example. I've been in the business for only 5 days, and I've seen a significant amount of changes in other people that I've talked to that's already part of the business, and I'm seeing those changes along the way myself. In fact, within the first 2 days of joining the organization, I sold emerald cookware. Now, I saw the product, did some research, and saw it on eBay, and it was selling for roughly about $190. So what I did is figure if I can find it somewhere out there on the internet, i.e. in Amazon, Overstock, Best Buy, one of those organizations, if I can find it, that means I could buy it from them and list it for, let's say, $1 less than what I saw it listed for that just recently sold. Exactly what I did. I listed it for $189. A couple of days later, someone bought it. Through PayPal, I got paid right away, went directly into my PayPal account, and after I saw that transaction, I went out and actually bought the product myself, drop shipped it directly to the customer that bought it from me, and made a profit. Now in that particular case, probably about, really about $5 or $6 after fees. However, if I did that 100 times, it's about $500. Now what if I'm able to sell product at a higher margin? Let's say, for instance, a patio set or a bedroom set or bunk bed, which are really high-end profit margins, because you go on the internet, you can find that all over the place. But if I can make a situation where I can make $50 to possibly even $100 per sale of an item. And again, if I do the math on that and I sell 50 of them or 100 of them, or not necessarily that particular product, because I can list whatever I want on eBay. But if I sold other products in which I can make $25 or $50 per sale, just imagine how much money that could be made, because that money goes directly into my pocket and it doesn't go back to DS Domination. DS Domination is essentially the organization just helps you understand what you can do and the tools that's needed in order to get it done. It's really that simple. Let me give you another example, and this is real world stuff. I was doing a little research and I went on eBay. I saw the Ninja Blender food processor. It was listed for $265. The person that listed it sold a couple of them. So I decided to let me see what I can acquire that for. I found it at Best Buy for $199. Now, $265, $199. You know, this was a couple of days after I made my initial sell with the Emeraldware, so I'm getting a little bit more savvy. Figure, okay, I know there's other ways to make a little bit more money, even more on top of what I just saw. So I got involved with another program that's part of this DS Domination, which gives me 20% off over at Best Buy. So now I can take that exact same scenario, $199 for the product, 20% off, I can get that product for $160. Now, Best Buy, unlike a lot of organizations, they charge tax, so I have to pay tax, but roughly about $10 tax, so let's say it's $170. Now, I can take that $170 that I would pay for it if I went through Best Buy, have a listing on eBay for $265, and now I can potentially make a profit about $95. It'd be a couple of bucks less than that because eBay charges you listing fees and things of that sort, and also PayPal is going to charge you some fees. So let's just say $85 I can make off of that deal. Just like that. $85 for roughly about 5 minutes worth of work. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know too many people that are making $85 an hour. I'm on the East Coast, and I know some pretty high-end attorneys, but I don't think they're making $85 in 5 minutes. Awesome, awesome deal. So I just ask you to just take a look at it for yourself. See if this is something that will work out for you. Like I said, it's a no-brainer. 10-year-old can do it. In fact, I got two 18-year-old boys. I showed them. They understood the concept just like that. Wow. That simple. You can do this just as well. All it takes is a little time and patience, and if you got 5 minutes, hey, you can make yourself 85 bucks. Take a look at this deal, dspros.youdecideyourworth.com. Take a look at it and let me know. Get back to me. Shoot me an email. Mark, marq4success@gmail.com. Again, it's mark4success, marq@gmail.com. And also check out the site, dspros.youdecideyourworth.com. And you should be able to find it down below. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. See you on the other side.